What's up, Hottie? Okay. What's up, everybody? New week today. All right. Feeling a little bit better, feeling a little bit better. Good morning, everybody. We'll let a few more people filter in. A couple announcements to make this morning, a couple things to go over. There, I went live before my 9:30 alarm. So I think the sessions are fixed now. So I always thought it was weird that the New York session, all the sessions would move back an hour. So they're updated now. So this should be the New York Open still at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I thought it was weird that the stock market, even with the shift, stayed the same 9:30 Open, but the crypto markets all moved an hour back. It didn't make sense to me. So I believe it's fixed now. So this is the New York Open. All right. All the sessions will be back to the same times they were. That is my understanding as of right now. So just looking at this, we were talking about this morning. Potential price action between the support and resistance zones. We'll see how we play today. We are dropping off. We're going to do the psychological levels as well. Live from New York. It's Monday morning live. Absolutely. So we'll do this. We'll do the psychological highs and lows were formed. All right. I actually caught a really nice long yesterday off of the formation of the psychological low, because as of, right, I'll show you guys this now. As of the time when people were asking, right, the psychological low was formed at like 11 o'clock in the morning. All right, so they formed the high, price came down, and there was no low formed. So after I longed here, anticipating the formation of the low, it was also, you know, the scope, it was also other levels, but I was anticipating the formation of the psychological low, which is where I longed Bitcoin. It turned out to be the psychological low. They formed the high, notably pull away, formed the low, notably pull away. Today we broke and retested the psychological high for support, and we are now breaking back down below it. Okay, we are now breaking back down below it. Here's your psychological high, right? Formation, break, retest, continuation, and now we are breaking back inside the range for Bitcoin. All right, so we'll go over those. I do feel a little bit better. I still feel a little under the weather, but we'll get through it. We're back on schedule. No more time to miss. Also, for everybody who has not signed up, today is the sign-ups for the next month of Snipers and Marksmen. Everybody will get a grace period to get your payments in. I'm not trying to cut everybody off or anything like that missed the announcement, because I didn't get the website put up until just yesterday. So there is a website. Let me show you guys. Where is it at? All right. So here's the website. It's the same. It was made by Disruptive Devs. I got you, Barry. All right, here's the website. It was made by Disruptive Devs. Shout out to them. They helped me out with this. Similar format to the way that you guys did the indicator. Just an easier way for me to keep track of members. And then it goes to a spreadsheet. Okay, it goes to a spreadsheet so I can keep track a lot easier than doing 100 direct messages back and forth. All right, so I'll check at the end of the day today. I'll provide the new access. I will continue the access for those. I have a separate index card for each one of you to keep track of your each month stuff. Some of you guys paid for more than 1 month, so we have that taken care of as well. So I just wanted to put that out here for the morning. Okay. Also, Trading Light now has Bybit. Okay. CryptoCapTrack messaged me this morning to let us know Trading Light now has Bybit. All right, where is the other thing? All right, new exchanges, new pairs, and screenshots. Okay, So we have Bybit now, after being asked over 300 times when Bybit, right? So Bybit is launched on Trading Light, all right? Let's see. What else they have? Kraken. They have Kraken and Kraken Futures as well. And they have added new pairs for Binance, Binance Futures, FTX, and Coinbase. And you can also share your screenshots. Let's see. Unique URLs to share your content, all right? And new Learn content is live as well. So everybody who's been waiting, here it is now, Bybit. We have Bybit now for Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, and XRP. New coins will be added as well, but the majors are up there. Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bybit, Trading Light. So they're only going to advance from there, guys. Okay? Just wanted to let you guys know. I'll announce it today in the afternoon stream as well. Where do we sit with Bitcoin? 200 EMA, right? Notable volume resistance support levels, okay? That's where we're coming down. So if we hold this level, what else do we have here? Right? We have the anchored VWAP as well, okay? Retesting the anchored VWAP. All right? That's where we sit now. Price is crossed below the swing index. That's what we were looking for the short positions. If we scroll back up, okay, you can see the swing index divergence. Well, not really, actually. But nonetheless, we broke down and retested resistance on the swing index. That's one of the ones that I use to look for direction. All right, look for direction. Kind of like a VWAP crossover in a way. All right, so that's where we sit now. Scope of the move and the next previous support resistance level lines up here with the scope of the move and the 4-hour 50 EMA. Okay, so if this level holds, we anticipate a retrace back up to retest, and then a potential another push down to the scope of the move to the 4-hour 50 EMA retest as well. So let's go over the psychological highs and lows for all of our sniper coins, and if you guys want any more, you can let me know. All right, so let's get it started. Psychological high and low. All right, so the psychological high for Bitcoin is here. Here it is on the screen, guys. All right, let's get these out of the way now. Psychological high for Bitcoin. This is on Bybit. All right, so if you're on Binance, the price might be slightly different. 65,382 for the high and 63,653 for the low. 65,382, 63,653. All right, get out your pens and get ready. All right, next on the list is Ethereum. Okay, next on the list is Ethereum. Psychological high for Ethereum is 4697.9, and the psychological low is 4567.05. 4697.9, 4567.05. Okay, let's do Cardano next. All right, let's get this stuff off the chart real quick, though. All right, Cardano. Let's get our magnet tool out. Be good to do these together as well so you guys can see the way that we do it. Okay, so we find the Saturday and a Sunday session, which is right here. Okay, psychological high for Cardano is 2.0715. And then they come down, form the low, and notably pull away at the 4-hour or at the 50 EMA here. What is this? The 800 on the 4-hour at 2.0276. All right. Psychological high 2.0715. Psychological low 2.0276. And you can see what price did, right? Form the psychological low, tap the psychological low, pin below, close above the psychological low, retest the psychological low, and then came up and broke above the psychological high. Notable volume break, and railroad tracked right back down to the middle. Okay, that is Cardano. What's next on the list? XRP. Okay, XRP, psychological high is as follows. 1.1996. And the psychological low for XRP is 1.1733. Okay? 1.1733. Psychological high, 1.1996. And psychological low, 1.1733. Okay? Next. What is on the list next? DOT. Okay? Let's look at DOT. Psychological high for DOT is 47,820. And the psychological low for DOT is 45,845. 47,820, 45,845. All right, we're going to go right down the list. Solana. Okay, let's look at Solana. Nice psychological high for Solana. 241,875, which we are retesting now. And the psychological low for Solana is 233,845. Psychological high. Okay, oops, sorry. This should be up here. Psychological high, 242,140. Psychological low, 233,845. All right, that's your high and your low for Solana. Chainlink. Next on the list, guys. Chainlink. Psychological high, 34,417. 34,417. Psychological low, 33,368. 33,368. All right, again, how do we do this? Coming into the daily open, they form the high and notably pull back away towards the low. Then you can see on this candle, they come all the way down to the low and pull price back up to retest the point of control as resistance and push even further to the downside. Okay? That's for Link. Axis. Let's take a look at Axis. Okay? Axis. Here's the open. Psychological high for Axis, 145,860. And then the psychological low is 141,155. Okay? Let's get this out of here. What is this? Okay? 145,860, 141,155. Look at the respect of the range for Axis. All right? Come back up to the high, pin it above. Come to the low, pin below, close above. Come to the high, pin above, close below. See how they work that psychological range. Dogecoin. Let's look at Dogecoin. Well, that's an odd. All right. Psychological high for Dogecoin, 2633.2633. And the psychological low, very small range for Dogecoin. Psychological low, 2603. 2633, 2603. All right. Litecoin. Okay, let's take a look at Litecoin. Psychological high for Litecoin, 26277. Psychological low for Litecoin, 248.7. All right, the high, 26277, and the low, 24870. All right, here's a notable volume support resistance zone as well. So that would be a nice take profit for a short on Litecoin, retesting the notable volume resistance as potential support, and a retest of the psychological high, not financial advice, of course. EOS. Let's look at EOS. Psychological high for EOS, 5.088. And the psychological low for EOS, 4.833. In the range now. Retest the high. We'll see what happens next. The high, 5.088. The low, 4.833. Sorry. Okay. Phantom, FTM. Psychological high. Let's see. How do I read this one? This is a good one. So here's the 15, 17, 18, 19. Psychological high, 22.6540. And the psychological low, 2.5135. 2.6540, 2.5135. SHIB. Let's take a look at SHIB. Psychological high for SHIB is 0.56365. I thought SHIB used to have a lot more zeros. All right, and the low for SHIB 1000 is 0.51785 on Bybit. All right. There's your SHIB high and low. Okay, guys. There's your psychological levels for the top coins. Yeah, SHIB 1000 on Bybit. Yes, Van. SHIB 1000 on Bybit. Let me see what SHIB on Binance would be, if it's any different. SHIB on Binance, guys, is different, okay? SHIB on Binance is 1, 2, 4 zeros, 5640, and the low, same 4 zeros, 5200. All right, so SHIB, actual SHIB, not 1000. SHIB on Binance and the other exchanges is 4 zeros, 5640, and the low is 4 zeros, 5200, 5200. Okay? Would you say the psychological gets the same respect on mid caps as the major pairs? That's a speculative thing to say. I'm not sure. I really wouldn't. I couldn't really even back test that. Okay. We'll pay attention to it though. All right. Just remember, it's just a range. It's just a range. If you break the lows, you can usually anticipate. If you break the lows and retest, you could potentially anticipate lower prices leading into the week. Same thing with the highs. All right. Just gives you a guide. All right. A range at which they put price. All right, because they form the high and the low, and then they have traders that not only place stop losses below, above and below those, but also trade the break above and below those, okay? So don't put too much stock into it. We're not using any of these levels exclusively to enter off of, okay? Just an idea. Probably something like, let me look back. Let's take a look back. What was last week's SHIB high and low? Let's take a look, all right? Let's see. Let's get rid of all these other lines here. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's clean up the chart. Let me look at last week's high and low for SHIB. Because, SHIB is respecting the market structure and the scopes, all right? But I understand what you mean, because they could just blow through price. What was the date last week? So this was Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday. Okay. So last week's high and lows for SHIB, right? Okay, so just look. Here's last week's SHIB high. We'll put it in blue. And the SHIB psychological low last week was here. Okay, so you can see for SHIB, this past week it broke below the psychological low and kept retesting resistance and getting pushed back down. So it would be a little bit speculative to say, do they get as much respect? Just use them as the range. All right, when it's retesting the psychological level and other levels, just use it as added confluence. Just give you an idea of the range that they set price in leading into the week. Because it's a different context. I see that they respect the SR zones like zombies. Can you show us again how to perfect to find these zones? Yes. Okay, let's look at some of the zones. All right. Granted, I already have a lot of these coins done. Crypto Mojo Life, it's just a different pair. It's just a different pair. All right, it's SHIB 1000, so it's a 1,000 contract thing, if that makes sense. Okay, it's SHIB 1000, so you have to have a minimum of 1,000 contracts. I believe that's what that means. All right, so for the zones, let's bring up a clean chart here. All right, Let's bring up a clean chart. How do we do this? Let's go to BTC. Hold on. I got an empty chart for you guys. All right, let's go to the Mana chart. All right, it's unnamed. Let's turn off this. Let's add in the TVA candles only. All right, then let's go to BTC USDT. All right, let's go to the hourly time frame. Okay, so how do I find my zones is the question, right? So number one, I'm looking for previous highs and lows. Okay, previous highs and lows. So for example, right, here's your previous high, okay, before it breaks. The high just before breaking. Because Prips, they have to show tons of zeros. Yeah, they take 4 decimal points. Yes, exactly. It's the same underlying asset, and then they add, it has to be 1,000 contracts. All right, so previous highs. Those are areas of potential retest, right? So here's your previous high zone. All right, yes, these are higher, but this is the previous high before a break. Okay, the last high. What do we see here, right? We have all this notable volume resistance at this level. Look, resistance, resistance, resistance. Okay, and then upon break of that resistance, price comes all the way back down twice to retest these previous high zones, right? Look, notable volume support, break, retest, resistance, recover, retest, resistance, retest, resistance, break, retest, support. Okay, so that's number one. Retesting previous zones. All right, I also like to look for high volume. Okay, so let's look here. What do we have here? Let's look to the left here. All right, notable volume gets rejected. Green candle gets rejected, right? Then what do we see? Purple candle, increasing volume at the same level, gets support, okay? Then we keep pushing it across the chart, right? Notable volume resistance, notable volume support, notable volume support, right? This green candle was a red candle all the way down to retest that and then took off to the upside. All right, notable volume resistance, notable volume support, notable volume support, notable volume breaks support, retest, resistance, resistance, right? Then we keep going across the chart. What do we see? Notable volume break, retest, notable volume break, okay? This is how you start to set up your zone. Same thing up here, right? Look, notable volume, next notable volume resistance, previous high, look. Notable volume resistance, notable volume support, 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 notable volume break. Okay? Pull it across the chart. What do we see, right? Notable volume resistance at the same zone. All right? See how it compares to the chart? All right? So just look for those type of levels. When you see notable volume, red, green, purple, blue candles getting support or resistance, then you look for the next retest of that zone, right? Resistance, retest, support. Resistance, retest, support, retest, support. Okay, notable volume break, retest, the levels. Then you start to add in your other confluences, your scopes. All right, what do we have here? All right, look at that. Coming into the scope of the move. All right, previous candle, we start to move it together forward. Start to move together forward, right? What do we see here? Notable volume resistance, right? Flip to support. Back to resistance, potentially flipping back to support, right? Resistance, break, support, break, resistance, notable volume resistance, notable volume break, retest, support, notable volume break, retest, resistance, notable volume break, retest, support. All right, does this start to make sense? You're just going to have to look on the chart, pull your clean charts, guys, and back test it. That's all I did as well. It's all screen time. I'm not special at all. All right, I just see the same things happening over and over and over and over again. All right, let's go back to the 15-minute chart quick, though. All right, so look at Bitcoin. Comes all the way down. All right, pinning. There you go. Bring it together. Green candles in that zone recovered. As anticipated. Remember the when the beginning of the video, the projection, right? Break. Why is the magnet still on? There we go. Break, level, retest resistance, next level down. Then we look for a retest of this level. That's exactly what happened. Is it because I'm a psychic? Do I have a crystal ball? I do not. I've just seen the same things play out over and over and over again. Okay? Bitcoin long has been picked up. Okay? I set a limit order for my Bitcoin long. Where? At the front run of the scope at the bottom of the green candle. Okay? 64.8. And guess what? Just got picked up. All right? Now we're looking for price to close back above this level. All right? Notable first level. If it closes back above, we need to beware that this is a support and resistance zone. Okay? So these are definite take profit points. Okay? Take profit. Regardless of where the 50 EMA is. Okay? That is a take profit point. All right? Candle is now red. So on Bitcoin, you're looking for a retrace to the zone, not to the reverse scope. For the first take profit, a retest to the zone. And then we line up our scopes and reverse scopes, wherever they may be, with wherever price action is for the next level take profit. So I'm not waiting for all the way up here to take profit, okay? When you get an entry at 64.8, right? So now what do I see? I get almost a full percent back to retest this level. All right, and then 1.5 to the scope, reverse scope extension. Do you see how on this level, on this scope, from the swing low to the swing high, right, lined up exactly with the 4-hour 50 EMA, the scope of the move, the previous notable volume support, notable volume break, resistance, retest. All right, so I just look for the scopes to line up. Am I going to wait all the way for price to come up here? No, because the psychological high in the previous support and resistance zone is a notable level of resistance. The previous support is flipped to potential resistance, so I take my profit, my first profit, always at the retest of the breakout level. Okay, now granted, the 50 EMA might be down here by the time price comes back up, but I'm not waiting for price to break through a resistance for a take profit. Okay, why did you not put the order at to the scope extension? Because I trade level to level. Okay, level to level. I have plenty of time. I will also long down here as well. Okay, but for price to go all the way extended down there with the first push to the low is less likely. If you saw the start of this video, I had the projection points as a break to the 200, back test resistance, which is exactly what happened, down to the next level, potential back test to the next resistance, and then a push down there. Okay, but there were so many levels of support. So down here, we are extended below the 50 EMA, coming into 4 levels of support with previous liquidity left above to be recovered. So the higher probability play, not that it's going to be what happened, the higher probability play is a retrace back up before being pushed down another level. I could just sit and wait for the low, but I didn't. The reason I did just this order is in case while I was doing the psychological levels and not looking at the chart, price came down to where I wanted to enter, okay? Price came down to where I wanted to enter the position, which it did, thankfully, okay? And again, this is on 2 different accounts, okay? So for this account, I entered here. In the other account, I entered at the formation of the psychological low. So I'm looking to potentially add, if price gets a little bit lower, to the former position. But because of the previous liquidity, that's actually good that you mentioned that. Because of this previous liquidity on the account that I'm already long from this low, I did not add yet. Somebody asked me this morning, we talked about that in a small group too, where I said I would be confused. I would be a little bit hesitant to add here because of this, but I may go ahead and add depending on what kind of candle structure we have. But it turned out I didn't really have time. So I'm also long from the psychological low at 63.7, I believe, on the account, somewhere like that. Where are we at? Yeah, 63.720 or something like that. Somewhere in this zone. I didn't catch the wick, but I caught, somewhere down in this zone after this red candle to the downside. So I did not add to this position because of this green candle, but I did take a new long. I'm willing to take at least one take profit if we can reach there, and then long at the next position. That's fine with me. But the criteria is filled. It's robotic trading. We're extended below the 50 EMA, coming into multiple levels of support with previous liquidity left above to be recovered. All right, so it's an automatic long position for me. I can look at one, yes. What is the number of pairs you would recommend to follow in great detail? Man, I'm telling you, 2, 3 maybe. All right, do not get caught up. All right, it's not financial advice. I say don't get caught up, but just be mindful to not get caught up trying to watch so many pairs. It has been my downfall as well because it starts to eat away at my discipline in which I monitor my trades because I just cannot keep up with them and run the channel and the small groups and stuff like that. If I was by myself just doing this and I didn't talk to anybody or didn't have a channel, I could probably do it a little bit better. I could probably realistically in detail follow 5 good coins and every single move and trade them long and short. But that would probably be even my limit, man. So don't get caught up spreading yourself too thin. You can do good analysis. I traded Bitcoin only for the majority of my trading career. Just in the past month or two, I've really been getting into more of the altcoins. Bitcoin was my bread and butter. I followed it. If you guys go watch the beginning streams, I never talked about any other coins except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, ever, unless somebody mentioned it, okay? Rarely did I talk about other coins. So if you're new to trading, focus on just Bitcoin, man. It follows the levels. You get a good gap for a stop loss. Your stop loss percentages give you breathing room. I highly recommend, not financial advice, of course, but I highly recommend trading just Bitcoin. And even when you get it, you don't need to be trading 10. I know it looks cool. I'm long and short on 10 coins, all in the green. Yeah, but it's exhausting, and it only takes one error. Remember, 2 times now I added to a position but didn't add the second stop loss, and I've lost like 38% on one and 20-something% on a position on another because I forgot to set the second stop loss because I spread myself too thin. Don't let that be you, okay? BTC just touched yesterday's naked point of control. Oh, let's is that on the daily? Let's take a look at that. Which are your personal faves and why? So my personal favorites, right? Bitcoin, Solana. Bitcoin because it's Bitcoin. It respects the levels, high liquidity. For me, a 5% stop loss on Bitcoin to me looks like forever, okay? Granted, I get it. It's for some people, a 5% stop loss on 16x looks like, you'll be like, oh my God, it's so small. But Bitcoin really gives me a huge gap, okay? A huge relief. I put a 10% stop loss on Bitcoin, I really would probably never get hit, okay? Unless we have a freak pump or dump that just goes crazy, all right? So that's why, number one. Solana, I like Solana because it follows the market structure, all right? So on Bybit, it's showing that it did not recover the naked point of control. All right. On Bybit, it did not recover it. Let's look at Binance. BTC USDT. All right. Let's look at Binance. See, it's showing. See, I don't like that, right? It didn't. It's showing that it's not didn't recover the naked point of control above or below. All right, maybe I'm reading it wrong. Same thing down here, right? They're missing these points of control. They're coming so close and missing. All right, I don't know if your show's different, but anyway, Solana is my second favorite. You get huge percentages, and it follows the market structure beautifully, right? Scope to scope, looking for the next scope, which will be the retest of this market structure. All right, we even zoom out to the 4-hour. All right, we zoom out to the 4-hour. Look at that, guys. Come on. all the way back down to retest the previous high, all the way back up to retest this previous low. All right, level to level. I mean, it's just all the way up, break, retest, scopes, liquidity zones, and structure. Just following it beautifully. Love Solana, and you get huge gains on Solana. Okay, huge gains on Solana. Absolutely perfect. Look, reverse scope, back down to the scope, break up to the next level. So here we have our next, this will be our next scope, okay, lined up with a retest to this level. All right, we still have liquidity below, but that'll be at the actual scope of the move. Let's get rid of this. All right, we still have liquidity below. Pull the scope of the entire move. Okay, lines up. This scope lines up with the next structure. All right, scope, structure, all the way back down to the low. All right, Solana, big gains, good respect. Number 3, okay, I have been getting into Phantom, okay? Phantom has been respecting levels very well. Also, wouldn't call it my favorite yet, but it is respecting the market structure and levels as well, and you get really big gains for Phantom, right? For example, this is the 1 hour chart. Just the short on this position is already up 7% times 16x, of course. Retesting this previous notable volume resistance, drop, back down to the scope, back up. I mean, it just follows very well. Those are my top 2, Bitcoin and Solana. I say Ethereum, I just don't like trading Ethereum usually. It just tends to keep floating in directions. So for the third one, it's just a toss-up of whatever looks good, all right? But Bitcoin and Solana are my 2 go-to coins, all right? Bitcoin and Solana are my go-to coins. Love both of them, all right? There we go, Bitcoin. Coming back, we're at the scope, we're at the structure, we're at the previous session's point of control, all right? Previous green candle. So that's what I'm looking for. If it drops down to the next entry, okay, if it drops down, I'll re-enter at the scope extension. And then obviously this is where we would look for take profits, right? Notable volume support resistance flip. So when price does come back up, okay, this is where we TP long, look to add to shorts. Okay, that would be in this zone here. Retest recovery, right? And then we'll see where the low takes us. We will see where the low takes us. We're recovering the previous green candle as we speak. Okay? Almost tapping. Here we go. Get another red candle into the 4-hour 50 EMA. All right? That's multiple vector candles to the low. All right? Perfect. I mean, I might look to add to this position now. All right. Hold on, guys. Let me get this set up. Let me just take a look at this candle. Perfect bounce on the 4-hour 50 EMA. All right. Beautiful action there. Hopefully my Bybit doesn't freeze here. Okay. And if it breaks lower and I get stopped out, no big deal. I'll enter at the next level, okay? Enter at the next level. All right, anyways. 4-hour 50 EMA, very close. Yeah, so what do you guys come to? I don't know about these naked points of control. All right, like I was just saying. Sorry when I got interrupted. All right, because they're, okay, now it's filled. Now the naked point of control is filled, guys. Perfect. Perfect. They hit it now. Let's go back to Bybit. So the naked point of control is now filled. That's a good sign at the 4-hour 50 EMA. I didn't even see that. All right, there we go. It is now filled. The naked point of control was at 64,650. All right, now considered filled. Good eye. Who said that? Maximilian, right? Very good, Don. All right, it is now filled. Pin below, close above. You have your scope, your 4-hour 50 EMA, your naked point of control, and your, what else? Market structure, support, resistance zone. Okay, so now what do we look at? Okay, now we have to be mindful of this previous low. All right, same thing in this zone. All right, We had this low, break, retest, drop. So be mindful in this zone as well as price pushes back up. If it goes down even further, guys, there's no sweat on that. Okay, here comes Ethereum, right? Let's take a look at Ethereum. Let's look at the levels for Ethereum. Okay. Let's bring it up on this chart as well. Let's see where we're at with Ethereum. All right, Ethereum, again, same thing. Look, scope of the move, 4-hour 50 EMA, notable volume, support and resistance zone as well. All right, same exact setup for Ethereum. Let me go to my Ethereum chart because on this exchange, I'm still up 35% on the Ethereum long. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit to Ethereum right now, I believe. Let me look at the chart. Yes, I am going to add a little bit to my Ethereum trade. All right, I am already up 36% on Ethereum. It's going to move my entry up a little bit. Okay, so now my new entry on Ethereum is 45.60. All right, my new entry on Ethereum is now at the psychological low after moving that up. Let me put in a stop loss. I'm going to put 5% and then I'm going to move it into profit. Okay, so now my entry is 45.60 and my stop loss on Ethereum is 45.90. Okay, 45.90. So my stop loss on Ethereum is right here. Okay, in profit. The position itself is now in profit 25%. All right, so we'll leave it at that. What else do we have down the line? Let's see what else we have down the line real quick, guys. Sorry, I just want to keep my positions monitored. Let's see where we sit. Is everything the same? Are we at the scope and the structure of every move? Let's see. ADA, scope, previous high retest, notable volume, resistance, flip to support in this zone. XRP, same thing, right? Let's look at XRP, guys, across the board, right? There you go. Scope of the move, previous support, resistance, potentially back to support. All right, Solana. All right, Solana is barely affected by that damn drop, right? So Solana, we have this local scope level, okay? And we have this notable volume, previous resistance, support flip for Solana. All right, Link all the way down to the psychological low, all the way down to your scope level. And here you have on Link, be mindful though, you have a support and a resistance that could be being broken right now. All right, be mindful on Link. Axis, same story, guys, across the board. Everything came down, as of right now, to the scope. Notable volume resistance, potentially flipping to support. Axis as well. Dogecoin broke the low. All right, Dogecoin is broken out of the low here. However, let's pull our swing low, swing high. Doge is to the dollar off of the scope of the move. Same thing, right? And then we bring in our notable volume resistance level here. Potentially flipping to support, back to resistance, back to support. All right, potential long positions across the board, guys. Not financial advice, of course, but potential long positions across the board. What kind of percentages can we get from Dogecoin? 1.3. All right. EOS. Look at that pin to the downside, guys. Look at that beautiful pin on EOS. All right, then we're going to look at one. I didn't forget about your guy, whoever asked about one. All right, look at that for EOS. Bang. Here's your previous support, 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 resistance, break, retest, retest. All right, Phantom, same thing. Oh, look at that. All the way down to the scope extension. All right, Phantom will probably be the other position I long. Back to the low. I was already long on Phantom. All right. I actually never moved my stop loss up, so I'm down 2% on the phantom long that I already had from earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that. All right, we're almost back up to the entry. So I'm going to leave my phantom long position that I had from earlier. All right, which was off of this scope level here yesterday. Took profits, and price came all the way back down to my entry. So what about SHIB? What is SHIB at? All right, where's SHIB? I don't know why I did that. All right, SHIB hasn't done much. All right, we'll see we'll see if we get our retraces now. All right, if price comes down to the next level without a retrace, then we are now increasing our reward, and the risk remains the same for the same trade. All right, I don't know what I want to. I have margin open for one more long position, but I don't know what I want it to be. That's what I'm looking at, guys. What do I want a long right now? Or short? I have enough margin for one more trade. DOT, how we looking? So DOT is coming down to its scope now as well. All right, extended outside volatility at the scope of the move. Solana, see Solana didn't come down like everything else. XRP, like I said. Let's see. Probably going to remain patient here on this. Let's look on the lower time frames here. Let's see what we're looking like on these bottoms. All right, so here's Ethereum. All right, money flow back into the green. Money flow back into the green. We'll see how we fare on this. But then be mindful, right? The structure. All right. We do have a double bottom support level here. Okay. Where does that put you if you were to long off of these lows, right? You get 0.9%. All right. So if you get a limit order, you could probably take a good profit there. Bitcoin, same thing. So everything's about to do the same. Will we get our W on the 1 minute time frame is the question. Money flow is still looking red though, guys. All right, XRP money flow getting thinner into the green. DOT still has another push to the low. Solana's still in the red. Link still in the red. Axis thinning out red. Dogecoin, good potential. Maybe I'll do a Dogecoin long. Maybe that's how I'll do my last percentages. Let's take a look. Doge does give pretty good percentages. Let's see here. All right, I can handle that. All right. Doge is my last long position, guys. Not financial advice. A little bit late on the entry, but a 5% stop loss does get me into these wicks here. So I extended it down. So I'm probably at about a 7% stop loss for Doge. We'll see how that position plays out. All right, rebounding nicely. All right, there you go for Ethereum as well. All right. I already have the Ethereum long that I added to, so we're good on Ethereum. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, so everything's looking to get its little double higher low down here. Change in the market structure. Swing low, swing high. All right. Everything taking the first proper steps. Litecoin as well, guys. All right, so everything is looking the way you want to see it. No green candles underneath the 51 minute time frame. All right, and price finding its first higher low. Okay, all right, so 1 and OMG. All right, let's take a look at 1 and OMG. and then we're going to wrap it up soon. I got to get all the paid membership people taken care of today. All right. Another pump for one, huh? Let's bring it up on this chart. Here we go. Let's bring up one on the hourly time frame. See where we're at. Okay. Let's see where one is at. All right, here's your 1 hour time frame. It's a beautiful thing, right? Scope extension. So that was your first move. We'll bring it all the way over here. Why is it? Oh. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right, so first move, scope extension. Next move, right? Scope. Scope extension up to your scope. All right, let's look from the highs. From your swing high to swing low. Okay? Reverse scope to the dollar on the pump to the upside. All right, let's start painting a little bit more of a picture. Okay? Here we had notable volume support, notable volume support, all the way over, resistance, reverse scope of the move. Look at that. Pin above, railroad track, recovery, drop. Okay? We zoom in even further, and let's take a look at some more stuff. All right? We zoom in even further. What do we see here, right? Resistance, 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 notable volume break. Looking for a potential retest, okay? So you had your resistance at the reverse scope. This is on the hourly time frame. All right, you get another consecutive high or low. Where does that put price? Okay, that puts price retesting this notable volume, support, resistance, back to resistance. I'm sorry, resistance, look at it, all the way across, right guys, you see it? All the way across. Support, support, flip, resistance. Let me move it up. Okay. Flip, resistance, 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 break, support, break, resistance, break. Okay. So here are your key levels to the downside for Harmony 1. Okay. This would be a notable take profit here. Okay. Had you have taken that to the dollar short, 4% take profit, you could have taken one at the reverse scope of the move as well. Drop down to the 15-minute time frame. This is where you sit. Swing low, swing high. Okay? This is where you sit. Previous high. Notable volume support. Flip to resistance. Back to support. Back to resistance. Back to support. So on and so forth. Okay? Here's your next 4-hour 50 EMA. So you missed the short position, in my opinion. A little late to be shorting, but that was the position for there. OMG, another pump coin, right? That means nothing. Let's see. Why is it not coming up? Algo triple bottom. Let's take a look at Algo. OMG, guys, is just a fake coin. Another fake coin everybody keeps trading. Let's see. Algo USDT. Why is this doing this? USDT. Come on. Hold on, guys. I don't know why my computer's taking a second here. Can you guys still hear me and see me okay? Press 1. Make sure you guys can hear me and see me. Why are the charts not loading? It's not letting me search. Well, I can't see Algo for some reason. It's not letting me search. The other charts are coming up. Let's try again. There we go. Algo. All right. There you go. Algo sitting on your scope. All right. Notable volume support. Notable volume support. where buyers are stepping in. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely a potential high risk, high reward, low risk situation here with algo. Okay, why did I just do that? Okay, we go back up to the previous high. Plenty of room to the upside, no surprises. Scope and scope extension lines up with a recovery of all the previous liquidity. However, let's take a look at algo on this chart. Let's paint a little picture on this chart. All right, let's see where we stand on the hourly. Let's look all the way back. So here's where you're seeing as your triple bottom over here. Let's see what it lines up with on our scope levels, right? So you're at your last support level. You see price has your scope, break, retest resistance, next level, all right? So if you can hold this level, yes, you could absolutely look for prices to move to the upside. If you lose this level, what do we have more to the downside? Not really much. Let's go on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what else we can see here. All right. Yeah, so realistically, you're still in a nice move. You're still getting higher lows all the way from over here. Equal or higher lows. Here's that potentially same situation, right? Form that nice bottom there. Where's your previous resistance level that flipped to support in this zone? Notable volume support, resistance flipping in this zone as well. So yeah, high potential reward, lower risk, especially with all the liquidity left above to be recovered, not below. Let's bring this up. Oh man, we'll have to see. It does continue to push into this level though. All right, but short-term, 15-minute time frame, we could absolutely see prices come up to this level. What kind of recovery would that be, by the way? About a good 6% there. All right, minimum of a good 6%. All right, you can have a stop loss below the previous low. So let's look at a risk reward for this specific position. All right, if we want to keep it totally real, if you were to long right now and wanted a stop loss below the low, would be a 1.5% stop loss with a potential reward of at least to the reverse scope, all right? Because be mindful, you have previous notable volume support there that could flip into resistance, all right? So it's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio if you were to take this trade right now. It does fall into our parameters. Would have liked to see a lot more red in this zone, you know, for my liking. All the other times we came down and found support here, we had notable volume coming in, whereas here we don't. Let's go look at the lowest time frame for algo. All right. Let's look at the lowest time frame, the 1 minute. That'll tell us potential. All right. It does look like we could be seeing the money flow curve into the green. So like I said, 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. That's how you got to decide, guys. 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You could also lower your position size or leverage. All right? 4-to-1 is it right now. So for me, if I want to stop loss below that low, it's going to cost me 24% loss. Okay? However, if I were to reduce my position size or leverage to a quarter of that, then my stop loss would only be about 5 to 7% of the usual amount I use. Okay? So keep that in mind, guys. All right, price is getting pushed down continuously into this level, but we are also getting buyers stepping into this level. TDI is already outside of volatility. We have all the notable liquidity zones are above risk reward at 4-to-1 from this zone. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. All right, looking for everything to hold. If Bitcoin breaks down, I'll take the stop out here and I'll enter again at this level. All right. Robotically, I don't care. Let's take a look at BTC USDT on this chart real quick. Just want to see something. Okay. Momentum definitely heading down here. We'll see if we hold, though. We will see if we hold. All right, I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes, guys, so I can get everything done. You can still hear and see me. All right, so you got your psychological high and low. You know what you're at now, guys. Notable volume coming into multiple levels of support with previous liquidity left above to be recovered. All right, we're looking for price to retrace back up, to retest these previous lows, to retest the moving averages. All right, to retest the market structure, support, and resistance zones. That's what we're looking for because that's how price moves. All right, look at that. Look at the beautiful price action on Bitcoin. Right, higher low, higher low, higher low. That's also a good sign, right? Higher lows across the board. All right, Ethereum had a nice little fake out here. All right, here's Ethereum. I had this this triangle here. All right, and look what we did. Here's your trend line from wick to wick to wick, break and to the dollar retest. Right? So I guess I had the triangle here and here. So I guess depending on the time frame, you could have potentially had the triangle something like this too as well. Although it doesn't fit so much. Looks like it pump faked out of the bottom. Because really I had the triangle like this. Okay. I had it like this. All right. And it had a little break, retest, drop into the structure. Continuation up. Notable volume break. Retest of the trend line. Could be a fake breakout at the top. Also, we had the 4-hour pitchfork channel. Fake out, breakout here. Right. Deviation into the scope extension. And then breaks back in and retests support at the channel. All right. So that's why I like Ethereum's a very sneaky coin, guys. I know you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it just keeps going and it fakes out and it does crazy stuff. That's why I don't prefer to trade Ethereum. I do because you get good percentages, but I'm very mindful of getting stopped out on Ethereum. It's cost me, Ethereum has probably honestly cost me the most money in stop outs. My lowest percentage trading, honestly, I believe is on Ethereum. I've taken more stupid stop outs on Ethereum than any other coin. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here. We know what we're doing. Recovering previous liquidity, extended from the 50, coming into multiple levels of support across the board for most of the major coins. If you came in late to the video, all of the psychological high and lows for all of the coins that we're looking at are posted in the beginning of the video. I will also post them in the Discord itself. Okay, for those who came in late as well, Trading Light now has Bybit added to its coins, added to its exchanges. Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, and another coin. I'm not sure what the other one was. Let's take a look. XRP, ETH, EOS, and Bitcoin for now. Also added Kraken and Kraken futures. And some new access on Coinbase, etc. All right, and then finally, if you wish to renew your Sniper or Marksman, it will expire at the end of the day today. If you wish to renew, please go to the website. If you don't have the website, just direct message me and I'll give you the website for you to renew your Sniper and Marksman memberships. All right, 11. Oh, what, they're doing this in millions now, huh? In money. 6.8 million. Okay. They were doing this in Bitcoin before. Now they're doing it in actual liquidity. That's new as well. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So that's it for the morning. Small group this afternoon. We have the live stream this afternoon, and I'm going to be getting together stuff for the Black Friday giveaway. We're going to do a ton of giveaways for Black Friday. Another thing, if I know you guys already got your indicator, but they're doing an indicator challenge, changing your avatar on one or more of your social medias will allow the others in the Discord to have access to the script sooner than Friday. So if you want to help them out, do that as well. And again, if you want to join the Sniper or Marksman, please let me know. I'll give you the link to this website if you haven't found it already. Very simple, just like the same thing with the indicator. You just pick your Sniper or Marksman, pick your coin or your payment method, I did the same coins that everybody used the first time, plus the Cash App and PayPal that people requested as well. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up here. Have a great day, everybody, today. We'll be renewing Sniper. Thanks for the reminder. No problem. Be safe out there, everybody. Trade well, trade smart. Absolutely. Look what we're getting, right? Extended from the 50 EMA, coming into multiple levels of support. Previous liquidity left above to be recovered. No surprises. We're getting support in this zone. Will it hold? We shall see. But this is why we take these trades over and over and over again. The highest probability trades with the highest risk reward, so we have no choice but to be profitable in the long term. Okay, guys? So reach out if you want to renew your membership. If not, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you guys in the small groups, in the members only streams. I definitely hope you got your value and time, and money's worth in this month. Okay, we're going to be working hard to continue to add as much value as I can with the time available to these VIP sections. Okay, guys? So I'll see you in the Discord in a few hours. I'll see you on the live stream, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, guys, as always, trade well.